The story begins not with freedom but with captivity. We meet Rémi, our protagonist, as he sits restrained in a dimly lit room under the control of OMSEF, a powerful paramilitary organization. His captors inject him with a truth serum, demanding answers. The game frames much of its narrative as a story being retold. Rémi is explaining how he came here, what happened in the war-torn country of Hadia, and why he carries knowledge OMSEF desperately wants. And so, as he begins to recount his journey, we are pulled back into the past. Rémi is no stranger to violence. He is a deserter from the On Peacekeepers, an international force tasked with controlling conflicts around the world. But his return to Hadia is personal. Hadia is his birthplace, a land that has been devoured by an endless civil war between two factions, the Palamists and the Sabinians. Both claim righteousness, both claim heritage, and both commit atrocities. For decades, the nation has been split in half, generations growing up knowing only war. But when Rémi returns, he discovers that war is no longer the only danger.
Hey!
A new force has risen, monstrous, otherworldly creatures known as limbic entities. They roam across battlefields, haunting the ruins of villages and cities, and conventional weapons do nothing against them. Bullets, bombs, rifles, all useless. The only way to fight them is through close combat with blades and relics infused with strange energy. And these entities are not the only scars of the land. Across Hadia are bizarre phenomena called time loops. These are places where tragedy replays itself endlessly. A massacre, a skirmish, a personal loss. The pain enacts again and again, with limbic entities rising to repeat the suffering. This is the world Rémi returns to. A homeland both familiar and alien, a place that has become quite literally hell. Rémi sneaks across the border, abandoning his peacekeeper role, and begins the trek inland. Early on, he stumbles upon a slaughtered OMSIF squad. Their equipment, relic melee weapons, become his tools for survival. Pushing forward, he seizes an abandoned armored personnel carrier to move through hostile territory. His destination is Jova, a town tied deeply to his family history. But Jova is no safe haven. The civil war has reduced it to rubble, military patrols roam the streets, and the supernatural entities prowl after nightfall. Here, Rémi finally finds his father Vitalis Letam. But the reunion is not what he hoped. Vitalis lies mortally wounded, his strength fading. With his final breaths, he reveals the truth. He was part of Vigil, a secret organization devoted to understanding and stopping the calamity, the catastrophe that unleashed the limbic entities. Vitalis presses into Rémi's hands the keystone of grief, one of several ancient relics tied to the calamity source. He explains that the keystones are essential to accessing a construct known only as the failsafe, perhaps the only mechanism capable of ending this nightmare. He urges Rémi to find Tanya Alver, a journalist who has been chasing the same mysteries. She will help guide him forward. Then, before the end, Vitalis leaves one last crushing revelation. Rémi's mother is dead. And with that, Vitalis Letam passes away, but Rémi's journey has only just begun. Following his father's instructions, Rémi seeks out Tanya Alver. She is no soldier, but her relentless search for the truth has led her deep into the ruins, collecting evidence, interviewing survivors, and exposing lies. Together, the two form an uneasy partnership, the soldier searching for family, and the journalists searching for facts. The keystones become their primary focus. Each one is hidden across dangerous ruins, locked behind combat trials and supernatural defenses.
You have been brought here for the transgression of heresy. Your final judgment awaits you in the fields of Himalara.
Along the way, Rémi must also confront time loops, distorted spaces where tragedies endlessly repeat. Breaking these loops requires confronting the entities tied to them, allowing the suffering to finally cease. But Hadia's ruins hold more than monsters. Deep underground in the Auriga Museum, they uncover the truth about OMSIF. This paramilitary force has been experimenting on the entities, dissecting them, cataloging them, even attempting to control the time loops. It is here that they are aided by a mysterious OMSIF officer who grants them access to confidential files. Insider records revealing just how deeply the Calamity and the Limbic entities have shaped Hadia's history. But as trust builds, the mask slips.
Your name is Rémi Latam.
You seem to have me at a disadvantage.
I'm Lieutenant Aribeth, OMSIF's Epsilon Division. I'm also known as Aribeth Latam, wife of Vitalis Latam, and mother of a young boy I set free.
The OMSIF officer lowers her mask and reveals the truth of her identity, Aribeth Latam, Rémi's mother. The woman he believed long dead now stands before him in the flesh, alive yet carrying shadows of secrets still unspoken. What should have been a moment of relief and long-awaited reunion twists into suspicion and conflict. OMSIF denounces Aribeth, calling her a traitor to Vigil, accusing her of betrayal, falsified evidence, and condemning her husband Vitalis to ruin. To them, she is the enemy. To Rémi, she is something far more complicated, neither villain nor savior, but a mystery shaped by abandonment and the sudden, impossible return of the mother he thought lost forever. And now she resurfaces at the heart of the greatest crisis the nation has ever faced. Their confrontation is brief, yet charged with anguish and accusation, a clash of loyalties too raw to reconcile. Then, as suddenly as she appeared, Aribeth vanishes into the chaos, her fate uncertain, dead to OMSIF but alive in Rémi's mind, as a question without an answer. With nothing left but doubt and determination, Rémi sees the path ahead, press forward, recover the remaining keystones, and stand against the looming specter of the fail-safe. At last, Rémi and Tanya assemble the keystones. Together, they unlock the door to the fail-safe hidden deep beneath the earth. What they find is not salvation, but obsession. The chamber holds a massive sphere. It is an ancient alien construct that pulses with energy. This is the source of the calamity and the heart of the corruption that has poisoned Hadia. OMSIF has already built a lab around it, but their arrogance costs them dearly. The sphere draws the entities like moths to a flame. The facility lies in ruins and the researchers are slaughtered. Rémi fights through waves of entities and pushes deeper into the chamber. At last, he activates the failsafe itself. The sphere is torn free and cast into lava where it is destroyed. For a moment, it seems the nightmare is over, but victory comes at a price. After escaping, Rémi is captured by OMSIF forces, and the story comes full circle to the interrogation that framed the narrative. His captor taunts him. He claims Aribeth was never loyal. She betrayed Vigil and sabotaged her husband and chased ambition above all else. Vitalis, he says, was ruined by her deceit. Rémi refused to believe it. He condemns OMSIF for their arrogance and their constant meddling with powers they cannot control, and their willingness to sacrifice lives for knowledge. The interrogation reaches its breaking point. At the last moment, salvation arrives. Aribeth Latam reappears alive. She had faked her death and gone deeper into OMSIF to uncover the truth. With ruthless precision, she executes Rémi's interrogator, frees her son, and vows to bring him home. For the first time in decades, Rémi is reunited with both parents' legacies. A father who died to protect the world, and a mother who walks a razor's edge between betrayal and salvation. Yet their reunion is far from simple. Trust and doubt linger, and questions remain as they flee the ruins of OMSIF's grip. The story could have ended there, the sphere destroyed, the failsafe activated, the entities scattered. But Hell Is Us leaves one final image. In a post-credits scene, another construct emerges, a colossal watching presence known only as the Eye of God. Its arrival shows that destroying the sphere was not the end, but only one step in a much larger conflict. The calamity's true nature remains hidden. Its reach may extend far beyond Hadia. and Rémi's journey may only just beginning. And that is the full story of Hell Is Us, a tale of war, betrayal, grief, and the horrors that rise when human cruelty meets supernatural corruption.
Identification confirmed. I have got located.